Hey everybody, greetings, happy Sunday. I hope all is well with you and you guys are having a blessed and a wonderful Sunday. I just wanted to touch base with you guys, give you some information, some food for thought for this week as you're moving through your week. So because it's Sunday and I went to church this morning and I was on time, so I did not miss service this time. I want to, and let me just tag a couple of people in here so I can try and get them on, and then I'm going to go right into what I wanted to talk about today, because I want to give you some great information, some food for thought, to make sure you're able to share with folks. Let them know what's going on out here in Facebook world. And so anyway, so hope everything is wonderful. Happy Sunday. I went to church, as I said. I was on time. I did not miss it today. So all was wonderful. I was presented with an award, a community service award today. So I want to thank my friend, Ralph, Reverend Ralph, Dr. Ralph Terrell, for the wonderful award. And I'll let you guys see it. It's my Outstanding Service Award. I almost knocked over my glass of wine on Sunday. You know, you gotta have the glass of wine because you know Jesus turned water into wine, and it's only right to have a little glass of wine on the side in case I get parched. So anyway, so I want to give you a little something today, some food for thought. I want to make sure you get this information, get it straight, take it back to your friends, your family members, and everybody out there. I'm also on my laptop and I'm touching my screen, but I forgot my screen is not touch screen. I gotta touch the pad, so just excuse me. So the first thing I'm just gonna start off with is one scripture. It's Proverbs 13:22. Only because it's Sunday, I want to give it to you straight, because this leads into what I'm talking about for today in regards to what we're gonna do. And I'm not sure if this is the right one. Oh, okay, so I pulled out my mom's Bible, may she rest in peace, and I'm in Proverbs 13:22, and the verse says, "The blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it." So with that, I'm going to tell you this. GoFundMe is not a way to fund your family's funeral expenses. Can you say it with me? No GoFundMe for funeral expenses. So what does that mean? That means that I need you to tell your family and your friends, your cousins, your church members, the people on the corner, you need to get life insurance. Because what's important is the ability to be able to take care of those that are left behind, the ability to be able to leave a legacy for your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren. So if anybody else in there want to give me an amen, then give me an amen. Because that's what life insurance is supposed to do. It makes you whole, like all insurances do. It makes you whole when you're broken, when things are falling apart. It brings you back to where you are. And with life insurance, it gives you the ability to be able to leave a legacy, start a legacy for your children and your family. And life insurance can be used in many different ways. So I just want to give you some information about life insurance and why you need it and what it pays for. So for instance, with life insurance, it provides you with immediate cash. So what does that mean? That means all the years that you pay life insurance, a person passes away, you get your life insurance check within 2 weeks or less. So that means that you have money to be able to pay for funeral services. You have money to pay for income or estate taxes if you have that issue. You have money to be able to carry on and pay your bills. So if you're married or if you're a couple and you have two incomes in your household and one of the persons passes away, what happens? You lose that income. But life insurance allows you to supplement the replacement of that lost income. So life insurance helps you continue your life so you don't miss a step. It enables you to put money aside for your children so that you can send them off to college. You can set money aside in a life insurance policy so it could be used with your children when they get older so they can purchase their own homes. So life insurance is a way in our community and Black communities, all communities, that we can build wealth in our families and leave legacies. And that's very important. I know in many other communities that don't look like us have life insurance policies because they take care of and they plan. Black Americans, we have to learn to start planning for the future. I know when it's very, what would you say? It's a wonderful experience when you have a child, when you get married and you have kids, or you don't get married and you have babies, and you think about the future, and I want my baby to be a doctor, I want him to go to law school, and we're going to have to buy a big house because we're married, all of these different things that are going to happen that are part of the course of life. But sometimes there are hiccups in your life. And when you have hiccups, life insurance enables you to be able to take over and continue your life when someone passes away. Now, some people have said, because I posted this on Facebook maybe last week sometime, and I talked about GoFundMe is not life insurance. So stop using GoFundMe. Don't send me no GoFundMe. Don't tag me. Don't tell me to share it. Don't pass the plate at church. Don't do none of that. Don't knock on my door with your hat out. I need you to buy life insurance. Call me. My office number is 908-686-4609. All questions, all quotes are free. Let me help you, guide you through, and find out what limits are necessary for you and your family. Because what I may need and the limits I need for my family are different than what you may need for your family and what you want to cover. So that's important. Again, life insurance is most important for everyone. You should be purchasing life insurance outside of what's offered with your job. It's great that your job offers life insurance, but you have to remember, if you are laid off or if you're fired from your job, many life insurance policies don't follow you once you leave the job. So it's important for you to think about, outside of your job, getting a policy. When you purchase a home, I always encourage new homeowners to purchase a life insurance policy for at least equal value or a little less than the cost of your home. And the reason why is when you pass away, again, you have a spouse, you have children that live in the house, you want to make sure that they can pay off the mortgage, and that's one debt that they don't have to worry about. Because the biggest thing that people are always concerned about when someone dies is, how are we going to pay for this funeral, and how are we going to take care of those that are left behind? Hey, Darlene, how are you? Please share the video. Let people know. We want everybody to know in our black and brown community, our Puerto Rican sisters, our black sisters and brothers, you need life insurance. It's not expensive. There are over 100 insurance companies out there that provide life insurance with various different coverages, various different options that will suit everybody's different situation. Depending on your age will determine the type of life insurance you get. Depending on your health will determine the type of life insurance you get. So that's important. The other people that should purchase life insurance that I always encourage to get life insurance are business owners. So if you're a partner in a business and you and your partner are working on this business and one of your partners passes away, that could be a detriment to the business. That could make the business go under and or fold. But when business partners purchase life insurance, AFR, it allows them to be able to continue the business. So how that works is you purchase a life insurance on each partner. So I'm in business with let's say I'm in business with Afar. So Afar and I both get a life insurance policy on each other. So I'll purchase a policy and she'll be the beneficiary, and she'll purchase a policy and she'll be the beneficiary. So if someone passes away, one of the partners, the family has a policy that enables them to be able to either buy out their partner. So this way the other person is not losing out, the other partner. It allows them to, if they don't want to buy out, to buy into the business. So that's guaranteed money for them to buy into the business. But it allows the business to keep flowing without skipping a beat. So that's very important when you have business. So business partners, always consider, talk to your agents about getting life insurance. You can find me on my website, www.dlminsurance.com. If somebody could put it in the feed for me, that'd be great. Again, dlminsurance.com. And my office number is 908-686-4609. So again, make sure that you are sharing the video, because we want to make sure everyone out there understands that the best way that you can take care of your family and leave a legacy for your children and your grandchildren is to purchase a life insurance policy. It allows you to be able to pay a small increment every month, whether you want to pay it monthly, quarterly, annually, and allows you to give a larger proceeds at the end upon death. It's a great way to leave something to someone, to let them know how much you love them and how much you cared and you thought about them. And you wanted to make sure that they were taken care of when you were no longer here to take care of them. So again, when you purchase life insurance, it's important to look into life insurance. No, Adria, it's not just New Jersey. I'm licensed in 50 states, so I can do life insurance in any state. Again, my website is dlminsurance.com, and my office number is 908-686-4609. Thanks, Tasha, for putting it in the feed. So yeah, those are the reasons and the things that you should consider when getting life insurance. And like I said, GoFundMe is not what you do. We need to do better with our families and our communities, and we need to plan so that we can create wealth and we can leave a legacy with our family, because crowdfunding was only designed to be a platform to raise money and create and share for nonprofits. If you wanted to send the kids on trips to, Disney World or something like that, but it wasn't designed for a supplement, because we didn't do our proper planning in our families and purchase life insurance. So stop sending me stuff about GoFundMe, because I'm not donating. And stop telling me you can't afford it. If you can afford to get your nails done, if you can afford to go get a haircut, get your hair done, buy a bottle of whiskey, hang out on the weekends, give extra in that third collection plate, then you have enough, then you have enough money, then you could put aside and pay for life insurance, because that's what's most important. So in my business, I'm an insurance agent. I'm located in Union, New Jersey. But like I said, I'm licensed in 50 states, so I can help anybody. Questions are, in quotes, are always free, so there's no obligation or anything, just so you can get an idea what's going on in your situation, what's most valuable to you. Some things that I find, and I have a lot of clients that come to me, and after the fact that someone has passed away, after the fact that they didn't have a will, and they have to come to me to get probate insurance. And probate insurance is something that a person has to get because, again, as a community, we don't talk amongst each other or to each other in our families about preparing for death. And because we didn't plan or prepare for death, we had to get a probate bond. So we had to go to the surrogate office in the county in which the person passed away. You have to request to be the administrator of the person's estate that passed away. And then you have to come see me and pay me money to get this probate bond. Then you have to spend money to pay an attorney, because depending on how much is in the person's estate and left over, you got to pay an attorney to represent you. So you spend all this money doing stuff because you haven't planned. But even if you did plan, make sure when you do your life insurance policy that you include, hey Zelma, that you actually add persons onto your policy as beneficiaries. Because what I find also, people will have life insurance policies, but they never added a beneficiary. So you go through this process with the courts, you get to me to get to the money, and then you can't get to the money because you don't have any money to pay the lawyer fees. You don't have money to pay for the probate insurance for me. So basically, you sitting in my office looking like a sad duck, and I can't help you because I don't work with ducks. I work with people that plan. So I need you to know those are some of the situations that you can run into, and that's why life insurance is important. Life insurance pays out quickly. If a person passes away today, in less than a week, you will have a check. The check can pay for funeral expenses, so you can have the check, a portion of the check directed directly to the funeral home, so you don't have to worry about that. The funeral home, of course, will take care of that portion. It will help you pay for estate or income taxes that may be left over, because when a person passes away, you still got to close out the person, their estate and all of their financial business. So basically, there are 3 things in this world. Hey, Deneen. Hey, girl. How you doing? There are 3 things in this world that will always happen. Life of birth. People will always have babies. Somebody will always die. Diana, get off and stop texting me. Somebody will always die. And the 3rd thing is you will always pay taxes. You will pay taxes on your way in because they gave you a social security number. Then you will pay taxes on your way out. And if you got to get in an estate account, you will also pay taxes. So you will pay taxes, and you need to have money set aside for these things. And you set that money aside with life insurance. So what you do is, for all of our new couples that have been recently married, hey, Deneen again, you need to make sure that you and your husband have life insurance. You have life insurance for your kids as well. Hey, Mark, sunny California, how you doing? So you need to make sure that you have life insurance. That's right, Zelma. Life insurance is not GoFundMe, because Zelma does not pass the hat at church, and she will not give you any donations towards that. So don't tag her on Facebook to go fund you to pay for Pookie's funeral, because Pookie mama and them didn't plan accordingly. So that's important. So some of the other things in regards to that is, because insurance is designed to make you whole when there's a death, it's important that you do this and you sit down with a licensed insurance agent and discuss the things that are valuable to you, the things that you want to take care of while you're gone. So some of those things are, you want to create a legacy for your children and your grandkids. And by doing that, you can do it through an inexpensive life insurance policy. Now, my mom purchased a life insurance policy for myself when I was 8 years old. I still have that policy. Of course, I have other policies, but I still have that policy as well because it was dirt cheap. So I advise all parents, especially when your kids are young, to purchase a life insurance policy. And it does not have to be an expensive one, because I would never recommend getting a policy for a child more than $25,000. So some of the other things that you can use life insurance for is, there are different types of life insurance policies. So you have a term life insurance policy, which gives you a flat limit for a certain particular time of period or term. So basically that means that you can purchase a 15-year policy or a 30-year policy. And by doing that, it provides you a larger amount of coverage. You can get up to $500,000 in coverage, and it's dirt cheap, a few dollars. But after that 30 years is over, that policy ends. Now, some insurance companies provide you with an extension or a way to convert that policy into a permanent life policy. And that would allow you to then not only have a death benefit, but it will also give you a cash option. So what does that mean? That means that with the cash option, every year, every 5 years within your life insurance policy, it grows money. So it's basically according to a mutual fund that it's attached to. So your life insurance policy, a permanent life insurance policy, will have a cash value, and then will have a death value. And that death value will never change, but the cash value will continue to increase. Now, what I've seen some people do with their life insurance policy that have the cash value is, you can borrow against that money or take that money out. And you can use that money to pay for a down payment on a house. You can use it to pay for your child's education. And then you can pay the money back into the policy. So those are options as well that you can do with a life insurance policy. So it's really important to make sure that when you're working on your job and they offer you group life insurance, always take it. It's always a plus because it's really cheap. And they don't look at your health. They don't look at your age. They don't care whether you're male or female. There's a set rate. Everybody's across the board, and it's really cheap. However, not only take that policy, but make sure that you have an additional health life insurance policy outside of that policy. Because if you don't, and you get laid off, or you are fired, terminated from your job, that group life insurance policy that your job offers will not go with you when you leave the job. So you have to make sure that you have a policy in addition to what's offered at your job as well. So you can find me. My website is dlminsurance.com, www.dlminsurance.com, and or you can call me in my office, 908-686-4609. And again, like I said, I'm licensed in 50 states, so I can help anyone. And yes, Adriana, I suggest that you do both. That you have a policy with your job. If they offer a group life insurance policy, you take that, because that's usually like a few dollars out of each paycheck. And then you also get an additional policy outside of your job on your own individual policy. Now, there's some caveats to various different insurance policies. Within insurance policies, they also give you information where you can add on different things. And adding on different things would mean like you can add on a provision where you have a paid up policy. You pay so much and your policy is paid up and you don't have to pay in addition. They also have a caveat or a rider, as they would call it, that would allow you to, if you miss payments, that it would take from the cash value and pay your policy so you don't have a policy lapse, which is important because sometimes, you know, if they're mailing your statement to your home and you have to make a payment and say you move and you haven't advised them that you moved and they're still sending your statement to the old address, you can miss a payment and you can lapse on your policy. And if that should happen, just so you know, if you lapse your policy, you still have 2 years from the date of when the policy was lapsed to restart the policy, to continue the policy. And that would be continuing the policy as long as you pay up the premiums that are past due. So you would pay the past premiums, you would bring it up to date, bring it current, bring your policy current, and then your policy would continue. So should you get into that situation, you do have that opportunity to do that. Now, another thing in regards to when you're doing your life insurance and you're talking to your agent and you're doing your application, should you give any information that's fraudulent, the insurance company has 2 years to look back on that. They have a 2-year look back is what they call it. So basically what happens is, say for instance you put the wrong age in there. So they quoted you the wrong price based on the wrong age. And you said you were younger and you were actually older. What'll happen is if they don't catch it within the 2 years, they won't cancel your policy. But what they will do is they'll re-rate your policy according to the age that it should have been rated at. And then they will charge you the additional premium that you owe. So make sure that the information that you give in your application is factual. Because the other thing in regards to that, there are some policies, depending on if you get a permanent policy or if you get a term policy, you will be required to do a health physical. And when you do a health physical, they're going to pull out all your data, your medical records from any time and every time you've ever been to the doctor and your doctor's ever recorded any information, any prescriptions that you may have in your name, they'll know about it. Any therapy that you've gone to, they will know about it. So be as honest as possible with your agent in regards to information that they need to know about. If you have high blood pressure, and when they're asking you the type of medications that you're on, you need to let them know about all of the medications that you're on, because it will come out, and what'll happen is it just slows down the process. It's better for an agent to have all the information up front so they know exactly what insurance company to go to, because we have an idea as to which companies are better for people that are overweight and high blood pressure or may have diabetes, as opposed to our physically fit persons. We know which companies are best for them, as well as the companies that are best for children. So give all the information as factual as possible from what you can remember when you're doing the application, because unlike other insurance policies like your auto insurance or homeowners insurance, your application becomes a part of your policy. So that means everything that you gave initially to the agent then becomes a part of your policy. So it's not like the application you take is basic, you write it on a piece of paper and they throw it away. No, it's attached and it becomes a part of the policy, and that's how they're able to detect, and they have that 2-year look back in regards to that. If you have any questions, of course, put them in the feed and I'll get to you. Again, you can find me at dlminsurance.com. My office number is 908 686-4609. Hey Darren, how are you? Hey Farrakhan. So I just wanted to get on here for a few minutes to let you know some of my thoughts, what's going on. Hey Ed, to let you know, don't GoFundMe. Tell your friends, your family. Cookouts is about to happen. The sun is coming out. It's getting warm outside. Folks going to be bugging out. I need you to let everybody know you need to get life insurance. GoFundMe is not the way to go. It's an embarrassment for you. It's an embarrassment for the person that's passed away. And everybody talking about you. So stop doing it. Get life insurance. Plan better. And it's okay to call me. Like I said, questions are free. Quotes are free as well. And anything that you know, like if you have a question, of course, put it in the feed or anything like that. You can find me on at dlminsurance.com, or you can email me at Diane, Diane, at dlminsurance.com if you have any questions or anything like that. And my number is 908-686-4609. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday. I'm not going to sing for you guys because that's not one of my talents. My talent is insurance, so I'm stick to what I know. But what I do know is GoFundMe is not the way to go. Life insurance is what you need to do. Have a wonderful, blessed, sunny, happy, exciting Sunday, because I'm so glad it's so nice out and the spring is here. So happy, happy Sunday. Take care. Thanks for listening. And share. Please share, because somebody out there needs to know about this. No GoFundMe. Life insurance is the way to go. Thanks. Take care.